Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dabs and Dice. Today is going to be session, I think, 24, if my numbers are correct.
Yeah. 25 actually.
Is it 25?
Yeah, I think it's 25. Like, I think in mine I've got 25.
I think. Hold on, let me check.
I think we split a section up.
No, we never would have done that. Hold on. No, on my notes, I got 24.
So it would be 25 then.
No, like, this is 24. That's what I got on my notes.
I better know why. I probably counted our first session, which was like the pre-session.
Session 0,
and
yeah.
Yeah, I
That was
probably
session
counted
0.
that one too.
That was your solo session. But anyways, we're gonna be, continuing our D&D. Last time, our party had, arrived in Golton and was, there for a task of essentially taking over for a guard patrol, and when they did, they encountered Black Tusk, a legendary known pirate in the area who had been terrorizing the, shores of the Isles of Kernesh for a very long time, and also known as the Elven Isles, who had suddenly, in like the recent decade, had made his way over to the coast of Solanus and had begun terrorizing it, and apparently was also the captain of, or former captain of Corvus. And after a long and arduous battle, the party was successful. Corvus getting his revenge, and mutinying, essentially, his former captain for the very final time. And when they arrived back at Golton to complete their patrol and, get their reward for doing so, they were accosted by Crown's Guard, one of which being Colin's older brother, the captain of the Crown's Guard for the local capital, or for the capital, and the local guard, and was all escorted onto a little cage cart where they were stripped of their weapons and are currently just being watched and escorted to the capital, which where we ended the session was you all falling asleep in the cart, just as like the sun was setting and all the camp was made for the guard and everything. You guys know that in the morning you guys will most likely be arriving in the capital, just because you've made this trip a couple of times yourself. But we're gonna start with Maverick. You're asleep, and in your dream, you're in a dark cave. The cave itself is lit by gentle candles sparsely dotting the floor. The cave itself is fairly smooth, with these intricately carved runes and symbols. And you see that they get more dense as this cave continues forward and becomes somewhat narrow. As you walk forward, you begin to recognize some of these symbols, some of these runes, as pieces of history that you were reading in the tome of hemomancy that you have. And you notice that as it becomes more dense, these runes and symbols begin to interlock and form much more complex shapes. And eventually, they begin to... Were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. They begin to form these large murals depicting vast scenes of large humanoids fighting and destroying groups of much smaller ones. And then as you continue further on, you see more of these smaller humanoids rising up against these larger ones. You see almost the depictions of death of gods and mortal men rising up to that power. You see a couple of figures stand out, but they're very vague, so you don't really get any detail. You just see some with like fantastical armor or powerful weapons, stuff like that. Just notable artifacts. There doesn't really seem to be any personal standouts of their character, just their equipment. And as you continue towards through this tunnel, you eventually arrive at a chamber. And in the chamber, again, are all these murals lining the walls, this time depicting various people, these actual people, in these very intricate, beautiful murals. You see one of a sort of devilishly handsome rogue man who is wielding a long saber in one hand, kind of pointed down, resting blade down as if it was a cane. And you see around him is a swirling wind. And you see that there's almost like a faint hint of a swirling horn going up from one half of his face, just above the brow, almost in like a Loki kind of style, where it's a large, long horn that kind of just hooks towards the end. And you see another of this large plate mail sort of construct person with a massive greatsword stabbed into the ground, holding it with both hands as if he was standing guard in front of a castle. And there's bits of blue flame peeking out from his eyes. A bit of a blue glow. You then also see, in the final side, the final wall, is this woman, her hands clasped together, and a radiant glow coming from them, and a drop of blood falling from both of her palms clasped together. Her face is completely covered, and she seems to be wearing sort of like a ritual garb of sorts. Very white with a like red streak straight down the middle. And in the middle of this room is a tomb, a little sarcophagus, intricately designed with more murals of various different figures, some of which are similar to the ones on the wall. Do you want to do anything?
Let's gotta do a I want to say maybe investigate the tomb and maybe some insight.
I would say, yeah, you can roll an investigation check and sort of see what the sarcophagus is all about.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Before you even roll, as soon as you put your hand on this thing, it is warm. Not like warm as if it was heated, but warm as if it's alive. And as you touch it, blood begins to leak out from around the seal in a very strangely thin manner, and it quickly forms this intricate webway of streams in these stones on your feet. Go ahead and roll.
Uh, 10.
10's just enough. Was that a 10 total?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 10 is just enough. You feel the faintest Corvus. You awaken in an unfamiliar rag wrapped around your face and body. The smell of mildew and salt water filling your lungs as soon as you take a deep, gasping breath. Your muscles ache and groan. Your body feels heavy, like it's not your own, like you haven't been in it for a very long time. And as you move the wrap off of yourself, you feel an intense pain as light hits your eyes. But you sort of force yourself to open them anyways and look around. You see that there is no one in this crew deck along with you. There is no one in the crew quarters. This is definitely the Black Tusk ship that you served on. Though it's strangely different. Smaller almost. Like there's less crew people, like there's less crew quarters, right? Like there's less cabins, there's less bunks. And it seems like there's not any personal effects, like there's any other people here that have been on this boat. Save for one. You see the dual sabers of Jace resting in the corner. Nothing else. And as you go up, you begin to feel the boat swaying heavily, getting thrown side to side from these rough and intense waves. It's so much so that even the most seasoned of sea legs would have a trouble standing up and not stumble, not falling. And so you hold on to every little thing you can, because even you, even being as seasoned as you are and literally being from the ocean, have a very hard time with your condition. You are not feeling well, and this is not helping. Roll me a Constitution save.
It's been a while, so that you may have to.
It'd be on your like the main starting page with all your stats, and it's just a d20.
So that's a roll a d20 and then
Yep.
add the plus to it.
Yep, add your Constitution modifier.
Okay. Damn, maybe I should turn the lights on in here. I can't see my dice.
Come
Naughty shit.
on, come on!
There we go. Let me turn the light on. I can do that now because I'm in a different room than my girlfriend and I won't disturb her. Alright. D20. That's a 12 plus 3, 15.
15. You feel vomit bubble at the back of your throat and you swallow it back down, but you get this intense metallic taste of your own blood when you swallow it back down. And you realize that maybe not the best idea, but at this point it doesn't matter. You need to find out what's going on. You head upstairs, and rain is coming down in buckets on every single inch of the deck, but the deck itself completely empty. No cargo, no crates, no cannons, no people, hardly any rope. The sails themselves are falling and completely in tatters, not even connected to the ship. You are floating and not even moving other than the swaying back and forth of the ship. Terrible, heavy lightning cracks overhead and gets immediately followed by this chest-rattling thunder. And you see it travel across in the distance. And you see that this rain, this storm is seemingly endless. It's covering the ocean. It's covering as far as the eye can see. Not that you can see much with how hard it's coming down. But what you do see is you see in the distance these ships firing cannons into nothingness. You see flashes of light mixed with the flashes of lightning. And then suddenly they go silent. And then with the flash of light you see a humanoid figure, vast as impossibility, vast as eternity, large enough to stand up out of the ocean and still have their chest and waist visible. You see multitudes of them walking across the horizon, only visible with each flash of lightning.
Yeah.
And after each flash of lightning, each one of these gets revealed, less and less ships are firing in the distance until the only crack you hear is not the crack of cannons, but the crack of thunder. What do you do?
Hmm.
It's okay to do nothing. It's okay to just despair.
I race to the helm and grab the wheel and see if I can steer the ship in any sort of manner.
As soon as you do, you see Black Tusk up there. His hands and knees sort of like he's sitting down against the helm. His hands like resting on his knees, his head down, his hat by his side. He looks up at you. It's over. There's nothing left.
Sir?
Look out there. Hell has come from every possible angle. They've taken everything. How the hell we're still alive, I don't even know. Are they sparing us for a reason, you think?
I know what you did. The deal you made. Kept yourself alive.
You
I don't know
anything.
I don't know why you did it. I don't know what the details are, but I know it affects me.
That's when a massive, rotting hand breaks through the water, wrapping around the ship, large enough that the palm itself is covering the entire side of the ship, and the fingers themselves are pressing down on the helm enough to pin you both to it, and it pulls you under.
I'm scared.
Cullen, you awaken kneeling in a darkened throne room lit only by faint torches. This currently you are looking at the ground. You are kneeling on this deep blood red crimson carpet. It's lined with bits of seemingly silver or blackened steel inlay, like it's been tarnished. You notice as you look around that it's mostly a dark stone that this place is made of, held together with these intense iron rivets and bands to make sure that any cracks remain uncracked. This place is held together well, but it is old. You notice all of these dark plate metal armor suits lining this carpet with various different weapons ready at attention on either side, leading to the throne. And you hear, "Rise." This deep, metallic voice coming from this massive creature of a armored figure on the throne, extremely similar to the set of armor that you recognize in your older dreams as the version of you that is talking to you in weird ways. It tells you to rise. Do you do so?
Yes.
When you rise, you notice past, as you're able to look past some of these armored suits, you notice that just on the other side of this throne, this massive throne made of blackened metal, is a yellow hooded figure with a set of horns, long horns coming out of this, like golden horns coming out of this headpiece just from underneath the hood that hook at the end. You notice that he's holding this large staff made of a very similar colored metal. It's very intricate with a sort of twisted Y-shaped top. And you see that he is whispering to the person in the throne. What do you do?
Okay, I'm looking. Am I in the middle of the room, or like, am I off
You
to the
are
side
on the
with like?
You are on like the carpet leading to the throne, dead center at the start of all these armored figures.
Okay, so I'm gonna start walking towards the figure.
As you walk past each of these armored pieces, all of these ones standing at attention, you notice that they all seem to be hollow. Like there's nothing in them, but there's a faint blue glow coming from each of like their chest pieces. And as you approach, you see the figure itself that is standing on the or sitting on this throne has to be at least 9 or 10 feet tall, impossibly tall for what you remember in your older dreams. And his helmet now has this jagged black crown embedded in it, wrapped around like thorns. Do you wish to say anything?
I'm gonna. You summoned me?
What do you wish of the gods?
Respect. Equalization.
He stands up, and as he does, this bright azure flame bursts from every seam and every crevice of the armor. And he says,
Then you will have it.
and you all awaken in this cart together, simultaneously, right outside the capital. The grassy plains sort of covering the outside of this large hill, this artificial hill that the castle is made of. You are already past the moat and are seemingly going through this uh, like side entrance. But as you guys reach the castle gates, the guards sort of all like get stopped right at the gates, and some of the people look back at you, and they reach into their sacks and pull out 3 hoods, throwing them at your feet. Put them on.
I'm gonna go ahead and put mine on first.
All right. Do you guys put yours on? Do the rest of you put yours on?
You can't be serious.
Oh, I'm serious. Put them on or we'll put them on you. And you wouldn't want that.
I put them on, but I want to use deception
Yeah.
to let them be loose enough.
The thing
That,
is, you can see out of it. They have eye holes. It seems like it's
right.
more of a sense of identity protection.
Yeah. If there's no other way to do this.
Well, there is, and it'd be fun for me. Not sure about you.
Wouldn't be so sure about that, mate. I say as I've been down to pick it up.
Well, if you're welcome to try. As he sort of like, you recognize this is the guy that you were taunting with the spear. He kind of like grips it a little bit.
Huh, Prince Bear.
Is it the grip you use ordered at night by yourself?
He just like has like a stern look at his face when you say that, but he just tightens his grip a little bit and is just like, you watch it. I already got permission.
Get that permission.
Hey, I know I spend a lot of time on ships.
He's
with
just gonna
old lady.
smack you right on the face, like hard as hell.
Wait, me? Like,
You take 3
is this my
damage.
colon?
God
Is this my
damn
colon?
it.
You take 3 damage as he just smacks you straight across with the butt of the spear. Now,
Okay,
if you
who's
want to
taking
keep
damage?
talking, I'm welcome to keep smacking.
Who's taking damage?
Corvus is, not you.
Okay. That's what I was making sure, because I was talking too.
Well, you weren't the one that was constantly taunting him.
Ah, gotcha.
Alright, so I imagine you put it on after that.
Alright. Take. Damn.
Yeah, put it up.
Alright, and as you do, that's when the gate opens up and the caravan keeps moving through.
So you don't. So I couldn't put him on loosely without him.
I mean, it's a fairly loose fitting anyways. It's not like you're sealing it around your neck or nothing.
Right.
You can
It's
take
how
it
the
off at
public
any
doesn't know.
point, but they're probably gonna smack you and tell you to put it back on.
I didn't believe he'd smack me. He proved me wrong.
He said he had permission. So, oh, there goes Hero.
God damn it, hero.
Well, rip dabs. Wait for him to get back.
Okay. Gives me time to finish my notes.
He said there's gonna be some shit like his power went out, I swear to God. I'm gonna fucking cry.
I'm going to fucking piss myself laughing.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with what we have so far. Like, not gonna lie, this has been kind of cool. I
But-
was really happy with it. I was happy with the way I wrote those.
So we're. Yeah. I want a little bit of a recap just so I can.
You guys are cuffed. You guys
Right,
have no
yes.
weapons, and they have
Right.
your mice captured.
Yes, I know that part.
What
But
else
the
do you need
location
recapped?
we're out.
Capital.
Like we're at the bridge. Yeah, capital.
You're on
At the entrance.
Yeah, at a sort of a side entrance that was like on
Right.
like the because it's on like a large
Side
artificial hill, and there's like a section of the moat that is like mostly unpopulated as it's like the industrial sector,
Okay.
and they kind of just move through there into like a little side entrance that's only used for guards because it's
Okay.
closer to the noble sector.
Okay.
Ugh. Anything else?
So it's like the noble, it's like the train in boxing today, it's like
He's back!
you can go from the middle ring,
He's back.
but it's harder.
All right, you disappeared for us.
Oh, yeah.
Um.
Here, Wi-Fi went up for a second.
Yeah. So, as you guys make your way through, you hear a few people that, because you are still traveling through the different sections of the town, you do hear a few people begin to speak like, oh, they got people in the back of the car. Mommy, look, they got people. Where are they going? Don't worry, son. They're just going to the castle. Why do they got those hoods on their heads? Must have done something bad, honey. And as you guys move along, just mostly that kind of thing. And eventually, as the guard approaches the castle and they get checked for entry, you guys are brought into the castle and unloaded from the cart, and your hoods are taken off. After that, one second. You guys are escorted by first Cullen, your brother. He looks at you and just says, "Please, don't do anything stupid." And then the other guards escort you into the throne room, where the king is currently just sitting at a desk and writing through things. And he looks up, notices you all. Do you guys need a reminder of how the king looks?
Yes.
Uh,
I know that he's
Yeah,
a
I'll take
tabaxi, that's all I know. I don't even. I remember he's a tabaxi, and
Yep.
isn't he like the third king of this country?
Yes, he is the third king. And the kings, Tabaxi themselves have a fairly long life. They live to about 300 to 400. Um, and the kings themselves usually last slightly longer. Their reigns usually lasting about 300 to 400 years themselves, as they reign from like early maturity to their death. And they seem to have like some sort of artifact or bloodline or something like that that allows them to live slightly longer than a noble tabaxi. Because they themselves usually reach up to about 500 years if left to die of old age, but most of the time they don't. It's just been an estimate of when they would die. But the king himself. The king himself is this sort of auburn, reddish brown tabaxi with like streaks of white in his chest. And he has this like. Currently, he's wearing this very dark royal armor that's mostly just like a tabard and stuff with some bits of chainmail and like a golden shoulder pauldron on one side that is like flame sort of swoops coming out from it, like little licks of flame's tongue. And his crown is sort of this like three-pointed corona of a sun with gems inlaid in it. It is blue on the right, yellow in the middle, and that is the largest, and red on the left, representing the three different phases of stars. And from what you can see, he is just like, he doesn't have any scars visible or anything like that, but he is fairly muscular, and he has like a sort of ceremonial sword next to his throne at all times. So, he looks up from you all, or looks up from his notes at you all, and just says, "Ah, you're here. All right. I need the room with them."
What's the king's name? Because I don't have his name.
I don't have my fucking notes. 1 second. I need to check my Google Docs.
Also, like, how tall is this king? Like, all right, like I'm like 6 foot, and I think the bronze captain.
I remember. You can't really tell from here, especially since he's at a desk, but he's definitely of a large build. His name is Len Leos, if I remember correctly. And because if you remember, Tabaxi have a very Khajiit style naming convention where they take bits of their parents' names and make a new name with it. The original two kings were Leotal the First and Leotal the Second. He is Leotal the Second's brother, like very young brother, of Lenleos.
Like, also, how long has he been on the throne? Like, do I know that?
He has been on the throne for roughly 75 years.
Okay, so
I
it's
would
not
know
been a
that because I
while.
was from
It's
the
been a while.
capital.
He hasn't been a while in terms of the other two kings who had ruled for centuries, but he has been a while in terms of a human lifespan. Because
No, I mean, like, it's been a while in, like, the capital. Like, the capital's not still mourning the old king's death.
it's to a degree. They still like say stuff like "Long live the king" for the second, because he was the one that expanded the empire in a very crusade manner.
Okay.
So like people view the first one as the founder, and the second one as the conqueror. The third one, he is mostly known as the idol, because nothing has really happened under his rule in the first 75 years.
Okay, spelled IDLE, not
IDLE. Yeah, IDLE.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So he looks at you all, and he after all the guards like bow and leave, he looks at you all and just says, "You all caused me quite a headache. You have anything to say for yourselves?"
Well, To be
Grab-
fair, Your Honor, I am a silly goose.
Are you guys gonna say that?
Is that an expression in this world?
I sure we can say that.
Then yes.
1 second.
I mean, I came up with the word yo, so you know.
I just started busting up laughing from his comment.
You know what? I'm enjoying more from the laughing. Actually, I'm finally gonna like show emotion.
What are you looking for?
I just said I just.
Oh, paper cut. Fuck.
Find it for Pearl.
Ow.
Oh man.
Urgh, matey. Urgh, mateys. Brendo, I've got myself a paper cut. Yarg.
That break.
Where'd you go?
Someone say dabs.
I don't hear
Someone
the
said
one yet.
dabs.
I heard dabs.
My dabs hurt. I'm hurting. I'm gonna hurt my voice.
Alright. But yeah. I'm laughing. And then I'm just like just trying to clear our names.
Who
Yeah,
else said what?
doing- I'm laughing along with him, but I also agree with Wolf. Like, we want to understand what happened in Golden.
I just shrugged.
We know we didn't do it.
Well, you know what you did do? You broke out of a capital prison, causing massive civil unrest. You injured several Crown's Guard in the process, and threatened a nobleman, the villagers of a fleeing town,
I point
And-
at this guy over here. next to me.
all while under the suspicion of terrorism.
I don't know
The
about me,
terrorism.
but those guys.
You
It
may
sure
have been
was a
innocent
little-
of one, but the others are completely your fault. And to say otherwise would be completely incorrect.
To be fair,
Your leech, we
You
were
know,
acting
Paul's
in the
gonna shut up
greater
at
good.
that.
He just puts his hand up, silencing you all. I am announcing tomorrow to the people of your success in Golden of slaying Black Tusk. You will be named Heroes of the Eastern Coast. This is not my decision. Know that. The members of the church unanimously agreed upon this, and your release from all charges, which, if I had my way, you would all be hanging tomorrow morning, and I would be making no such announcement. Know that.
well, it's a good thing that ain't happening.
Shut up. We're not dying.
He glares dead at you. Maverick, you have caused me minor headaches up until recently, and now I see you as nothing more than a fly that needs to be swatted upon the wall. You make a single slip up, and I will not hesitate to use this blade by my throne and show you why I am named King. I do
Can I
not
check
care of the
that?
church. You can
Can I
insight
check out
if you
the
want.
sword?
Sure, you can. You can. Oh, I thought you were gonna roll an insight, see if he was serious.
Oh, well, I could.
Oh,
Well,
he's
no.
definitely serious.
I'm gonna play dumb to that.
You said you want to check out the
And
sword. Is that what you said?
yeah, I want to check out the sword.
The only
You are
time you will
not taking
see
steal a
the only
ceremonial
time you
sword.
will see this blade revealed from its sheath is when it will be at your neck, slicing your throat. Do I make myself clear,
I can't persuade
human?
him. Oh,
Yeah.
Damn. She really pulled the
damn.
H word out on you.
He told you the H word.
I know. Well, better than
Now,
Invader.
apparently, I am to make you all vassals. Upon you all completing a very dangerous quest, one that I would entrust to people that I actually believe could accomplish it. Like your brother, Cullen.
Does that mean we get gold?
You get
I'm only in the
nothing
Corvus. What's
until
a
you
vassal?
come back. But I haven't even told you what it is, so shut your mouth.
Oh,
Cybertech, if he doesn't kill you, I'm going to shut your hole.
The church wants you three to head to Westeria. You will be crossing some dangerous terrain to get there. There's a massive desert. That desert, we haven't been able to cross in some time, due to the fact that Leotal II, long here you live, unfortunately, made some enemies that way. Now we need a neutral party. That's where you three come in. You are to go to Westeria and find information on a certain individual.
you're just trying to get us
Apparently,
killed.
I would love if you did. But that's not my call. This is on the church, which is where you come in again, Cullen. You three are going to return to your hometown. Rogwell has a message for you. When you get there, you will be notified of who and where you are first to meet when you cross that desert. Now, you may know well that Rogwell is on the edge of Leotal, the western edge. It borders that desert. It is where some of our strongest men were made. And it is where some of our strongest men still rest. Your father. Our order of clerics were among the few that served alongside Leotal when he was on his crusades to expand our kingdom. And they have established one of the greatest communication systems we have known. You have engaged in it. And the church, that was sort of a joint effort, the clerical order. And you are apparently supposed to still get a chance. I was heavily against it, but your father still seems to believe in you, and the church still seems to believe in you. Now, what you do with that belief, I care not. But you're returning home. All three of you are going to Rockwell in the morning, immediately after I declare you heroes of the Eastern Coast. What say the rest of you?
This
Thank you.
land, this desert we're arriving in, does it by chance have a route accessible by sea?
No.
If you went completely south, but that would add many days to your travel and not days we can spare.
Well, I'll have to make some arrangements. You see, I have a ship to look after.
We are aware. They have been granted a sort of what's the word?
Are they gonna be like the crew in our castle?
1 second. They've been granted a temporary merchant license. They are allowed to make sail and make trade under the Empire's flag, though the only proceeds they get are enough to fund their ship and their crew with an average wage. If you wish to make any other arrangements, you would have to send a message yourself.
Very well then. No. As I'm sure my companions want to know, as do I. What's in it for we if we succeed?
As I said, you will be made vassals of the land, meaning you will be granted your own hold and be called upon by the crown in case of emergencies and duties be required, with fair pay being given upon completion of each request, whether it be in artifacts, gemstones, or gold.
And what if we turn down this exploration thing?
I'm afraid you
Maybe it's
cannot.
true.
Colin understands. The only choice you have is this or death. Because if you refuse, the church cares not for you then. And that's the only thing saving you.
Ah, see.
If we think the government's bad, the church is worse.
Well,
As
the
I
church
said.
is the only thing keeping you alive right now, so if you think the church is worse, then by all means refuse.
Not refusing. I know I'm not. Colin may be dumb, but he's a realist. He realizes he's escaping with his neck right now.
What did you say the name of the
Yeah.
city we're going to was?
Going to
Rock
Rogwell.
something? Rogwell. Yeah.
Rogwell.
Rogue.
Where my sister is and my father. And
Yes.
did we ever determine if my
Can I get my
mother's still in that
stuff
now?
back
What?
now? Can I get my stuff back now?
What were you saying, hero?
We've never did. And my mother's in.
Your whole, pretty much
the
your whole
cap-
family's there. Oh, your mother was visiting.
Ah. Okay, so she's visiting. She was visiting in the capital when all this went down.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Oh no. We got to go.
So,
I suppose we'll take the job then.
very well.
Do I get my stuff back?
You will in the morning. I do not trust you all not to break out of your hold again, though it's not my choice, but you will be thrown in a cell this time at the very least. You will all be given your own room. You will have
Wow.
free reign to the guest quarters in the guest house, but you will not be allowed to exit the guest grounds. If you do, you will be held in a cell instead of a nice comfy room. And you'll be under constant watch, and if you attempt to do anything, you will be physically reprimanded.
Can I persuade him to give me free reign? Why, or just with limitations? What's the worry about not having my stuff with me?
The worry about you not having your stuff with you is the fact that you all made some very annoying stuff happen to cause your breakout. And I do not wish for you to have your items so you can do it again.
Oh yeah, the lion.
Well,
I forgot about
to
that.
be
The
fair,
Pokeball with
we
the
were
lion.
in chains before.
Yes, but you broke free of your chains and also had Magic.
What magic?
I'm not a fool. Don't play dumb with me. I'm a king,
What do we call those?
not a
Balls
fool.
of Wonder.
Bag of wonder.
Bag of Wonder. Yeah, my Bag of Wonder has like different animals in it. I have like a bear, a lion, a goat.
Are you saying this out loud?
I can't be, yeah.
Yes, we know of that piece of contraband. Someone has been illegally selling it outside the city walls.
I never told them about it.
It is new contraband. It is relatively recent. It is trying to be under control, but we've got many other things that we are taking care of.
He's basically saying that it became
We
contraband
know.
after they confiscated it.
We know that you do not. We know that you did not cause Galton. We know that. We know you are innocent, but the other crimes you committed, you are not innocent of. But do you realize what is happening in this land?
No.
Are you familiar? Cullen, you should be most familiar. Strange things are showing. Happenings that have not happened since the trespassing. The stories of old of these demons coming from the waves and the trees and the ground.
Cole's gonna flashback to the moment of like the old lady in my backstory. Can I do that?
Yup, you think back to that. Yeah, you remember that.
Yeah, I want to remember that lady and like how I failed to save her.
Mm-hmm.
And then
With that
turning
fucking,
into the
nasty ghoul creature.
yeah. While he's remembering all this, I'm just gonna shudder.
Now, I'm not sure if you understand this, but that is not normal. This is something that has been bubbling over recently. We have had instances in place and precautions in place to prevent such of things, such as sigils and runes and rituals being performed daily by churchgoers and people representing the church that are supposed to protect these towns. They are supposed to ward against negative energies and dark forces. But unfortunately, there has been people wavering and people losing themselves to dark forces. And it has been popping up, unfortunately, commonly. And not only that, but creatures that should not be walking this realm seem to be freely doing so. As if there's gateways opening left and right, popping a single individual creature every few moments. We've been having to call on mercenaries constantly to handle different creatures and different instances where our men are handling this elsewhere and we cannot provide assistance. We have our hands full and more so. Which is why we need people like you. You breaking out of the cell when this all started was the biggest misunderstanding and the biggest headache that it has ever caused, and I truly believed that you all were just evil individuals after all the actions you took after that. I truly believed that you all were the ones to cause the Galton incident, but the church proved me wrong and proved your innocence, which is why they called upon you for this. They believe you have something greater to attend to. Well, I do not care either way, for you have threatened my people and threatened my nobility, which is something that I cannot abide by. Which is why you are being sent into dangerous land to prove yourself. You may already be heroes in the people's eyes by tomorrow morning, But I know your true intentions are darker and more misaligned.